Hi everyone, Caine here, and here's my review of the Caine Mutiny, directed by Edward de Montrike, starring Humphrey Bogart, Jose Ferrer, Van Johnson, Fred McMurray, Robert Francis, May Wynn, Tom Tully, E.G. Marshall, Arthur Franz, Lee Marvin, Warner Anderson, Claude Atkins, Catherine Warren, Jerry Paris, and Steve Brody. Great cast, really is. And this film is based on a true story about how in World War II there was this naval officer that got recruited to work on this ship called the Caine, right? And he has to, well, it's based on a true story about naval officer did. I'm not sure what all is true, because names were changed. So in the movie, the naval officer is his last name is Keith. So he's called, everyone calls him Keith. They call each other by their last names. And so his mom meets him after he is about to leave to board the ship to start work on there. And he goes to visit his girlfriend, who's a singer at a club, at a nightclub. Yeah. And so he has to go see her before he has to go on to the Caine, of course. And so, they get one last talk. And, she's just surprised that, he didn't see her first, before his mom came and congratulated him. Like he should have done more with her before he left. And then they talk things out. He goes on the Caine. And the captain is really demanding, but he's fair. He just wants things to be done, the right way and everything. But he's understandable with everything, And everyone else, are just trying to do their best. But then something happens, I don't want to say what, and the captain leaves, and so they get a new captain named Captain Quigg, who's, been around for a long time in the Navy and everything. But then something happens on one of their nights, and it's classified as a mutiny. So when the other officers is starting to see, what was the mental process? How did Captain Quigg, they think it's Captain Quigg who did this, how did this happen? What was his mindset? And when the other officers, Captain Quigg would never do that, So it's this conflict, what happened? And so they get this lawyer to come on. And meanwhile, Keith is still talking to his girlfriend, and, make sure everything's okay. And his mom, too, they're both checking on him and everything. And him and his girlfriend have this back and forth. They love each other, but it's kind of this back and forth about their love and everything. Or to figure out what's going on with this so-called mutiny, if it is a mutiny, on the ship and everything. And so some accusations are made, some proceedings are done. I don't want to give it away. But something's revealed about the lawyer, his true intentions and how he can be persuaded. But we see how the officers realized what he did was not the best thing to do in that situation. And then at the end, Keith, he leaves that ship and he goes on another ship. I don't give it away, but something great happens on this other ship that gives him more confidence to be able to do what he needs to do. And it was a really good film. It's another one of those films where a lot happens, but it doesn't sound like a lot, It was really good. And I like how it was based on a true story. I'm pretty sure not only that the names were changed, but, they changed some things around to make it more of a story, to make it more of an engaging story. It's, I know a lot of these things that happen, but, not only is it a movie, but also it can be more interesting, more enticing if certain things are changed around. So it's awesome that they change things around, not only because of the movie, but, to make it more of an interesting story with these characters that they created based off these true people, based off of these real people, Oh, yeah. And you really get to know them. Not only this mutiny that happens, it affects them, of course, and you want to know what caused this, so you know exactly what Keith is feeling, what the other personnel were thinking and everything we're going through. And then how do they get out of this out of this accused mutiny and everything. So you really want to know how do they get out of this, of course. You're so invested in them. Oh yeah, it was really well done. I really liked how, Keith and the other officers, they become such good friends, are just trying to uncover what happened. And it was great. I would like to see a little bit more of how things operate, how they operate things on the ship, how like the daily operations, like what do they have to do in the Navy on the ship specifically and everything. And a little bit more of how like the proceeding works and everything. With, finding out what happened during the mutiny. But you see what happens, and how they work things out. Yeah. And I would like to see a little bit more of Keith, like his mom, trying to, talk him into, be staying safe and everything. And there's a little bit more of Keith's conflict with being on the ship and his girlfriend wanting him to stay more, too. So him trying to do both, more of that, like him trying to show that he can do as much as he can. But you see, he does his best, of course, and it works out for him, I don't want to give away how it works out for him. So it was really well done. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. I have the action camera. It's like a GoPro. It's a 4K action camera. Yeah, I know I've talked about it before. So I tested it out. I'm gonna test it out some more so that I can now upload videos to my laptop, and it'll be in 4K HD, so better quality. And then I've been coming up with a theme song, so I just want to find the best way to record it so that I can always use that same recording, for the videos, So I'm gonna work on that some more. Things are going great. Oh yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and these videos will last Infinity.